For the first time in 11 years, WWE Monday Night Raw on USA Network emanates from Amerant Bank Arena. That's Monday, August 19th, coming up in Sunrise, Fort Lauderdale. And featured on that show is new WWE World Champion, the Ring General, the longest reigning NXT UK champ, the longest reigning Intercontinental champ, and I'm sure he's going to work to be the longest reigning WWE World Champion. That is the Ring General Gunther. Thank you, champ. Hey, tell us what it's like bringing you and WWE down here to South Florida for Raw.
Yeah, well said. The introduction, first of all, thank you. Well, as the world champion now, I travel wherever I need to raise the prestige of the title. And yeah, it's a bit sad because I just moved out of Florida. Now I'm forced to go back. That's a little bit, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow for me. But yeah, I'm going to show up and fulfill my duty.
Gunther, what do you think has taken for you to have the company and the people, the fans, everyone, just the talent invested in you? Because you've risen yourself to great heights. You're always confident. You come across that way so much in your work in the ring and also in your presence, being confident. But what has it meant to you to have the company say, hey, we can give this guy the ball. Look at him go with it. What does that mean to you?
Well, it felt very deserved, to be honest. I think I am where I am for obvious reasons. I always focused on my skill. A lot of my colleagues try to focus on how to be perceived by the audience, and they get cheered by them or liked by all of them. Like, none of that is interesting to me. I always focused on to be the best in the ring. And that worked out for me in the long run.
And Gunther, what was it like at SummerSlam to win the championship? And we get to see one of those like rare moments where you were celebrating a little bit with your wife, who was ringside, and she was a wrestler. I believe I've read about that as well. For you, just pulling back the curtain a little bit, what was it like to share that with her?
I think it goes back to what I just said before. Like, definitely the biggest accomplishment in my career, and all I cared about to celebrate it with was, yeah, the people close to me. So my wife was obviously front row, and another good friend was front row, and Kaiser was backstage, and those were all the people on that day that mattered to me. So yeah, that's why I celebrated right away with them.
How do you feel about the company overall? WWE is just doing such big things these days, and it's just amazing. It has been, and you're a big part of this. Obviously, you're the champion. Well, what is this like, just being a part of WWE?
I think it's the best time to be part of WWE. The company is definitely in some way, some sort of a renaissance, if you want to call it like that. It's a lot of new thoughts and a lot of new ways get tried out, and it's yeah, I'm glad the same old is kind of like thrown out of the window a little bit more, and new ways are being tried out, and it's, yeah, it's interesting to be part of that now, and on Monday Night Raw be the most important guy on the team right now.
Well, Monday Night Raw will be in Sunrise, Fort Lauderdale, Amerant Bank Arena. The champ will be there, and I don't know if the champ knows this, but Amerant Bank Arena is now the new home of the new NHL Stanley Cup hockey champion Florida Panthers. And I'm just wondering, Gunther, hey, are you at all a hockey fan? Florida Panthers fan, Tampa Bay Lightning, New Jersey Devils hockey fan? I'm wondering.
The last time I had anything to do with hockey was when I was a kid, and I played NHL on my Windows 95 computer. And if I remember right, I think the Detroit Red Wings were my preferred team.
Yeah, Red Wings. They have many Stanley Cup championships. So that goes with Gunther because he's a many-time champion. It's a perfect fit. I'm telling you right now.
It came to me naturally.
Hey, Gunther, it's so interesting because right now on Raw, you're working a segment with Randy Orton, the Viper, the Apex Predator. And that's another top tier talent. You've been against so many top tier talents. You're a top tier talent, of course. You're the champion. What is this like? We're leading up to Bash in Berlin and in Germany, which is cool. You're from Austria, but Germany, the ties there. It looks like you'll have home ring advantage. I don't even know if that matters to you or not, but I'm just curious about working the program to this big event, international. WWE so strong international too. You're going to be going to Germany, and you're going to be wrestling this big match with him.
So first part, yeah, it's fantastic to go back to Germany as World Heavyweight Champion. I lived there for a long time. And a lot of key moments in my career happened there. Overall, I think for the fans in Germany, it's a big deal that we have a PLE there. That's something, yeah, everybody's waiting for decades. And it's now happening finally. And to be the guy for that, to be like the top guy walking in as the representative, as the World Heavyweight Champion, it's a big honor, but it's also a very big responsibility. But that's where I think I thrive, like big challenges, high pressure situations, and I'm very excited for that. Then the part two, Randy Orton. I think I said a lot already what I think about him. I think Randy's career is undeniable. But on the other hand, we got to be honest here. Like, he was destined to be the greatest of all time. And with all the bad decisions he made in his career and all the issues he had, he still is one of the greatest, but he wasted a lot of potential. And I'm not in the business of wasting potential. I think I over exceeded in a lot of ways. And I think Randy is the opposite. I think even though he achieved a lot, I still think he underachieved for the talent he has.
It's interesting because this whole battle playing up, it really does merit, it brands itself, it brings itself together, I should say, toward that. Because with Randy, we've seen the ups and downs with his career. Your career has been on a trajectory like this, up, 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 going up, 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 and you are so cool, calm, collective, confident. My thought is this, Gunther, have you always been that way? When you were first starting even, were you always that confident? Was it just something over time that you became confident like that? It's so impressive to see that.
I think confidence in every aspect of life is one of the most important things and something to work on. If the opinion of everybody else matters more to you than the own opinion, the own standards you set for yourself, then that's your issue to figure that out. And yeah, it's just have your life together. Just make your bed in the morning and kick your own butt sometimes.
Gunther, I'm curious, since this big event's going to be in Germany, are you going to be getting a lot of texts and phone calls and people coming out wanting free tickets?
Maybe.
You're gonna have to say someone else has to handle that. The champ's got this busy. He's too busy. Come on.
Different things to do now.
Hey Gunther, what are your goals now? Obviously the champion. I'm thinking longest reigning WWE World Champ is a goal for you, but I don't want to speak for you. I know you did it with the IC title. You did it with the NXT UK title. Now that you have this prestigious title too, what are your thoughts there and what you're wanting to do?
I think the World Heavyweight Championship is a great opportunity for me, because when I became NXT UK champion back then, it was a very new title, a new championship, and it gave me the opportunity to put my own stamp on that and leave a legacy. And even though that title got unified with the NXT title, it still is a fond memory of a lot of our fans. The Intercontinental Championship was a bigger challenge because it already has a long history. Now we're back with the World Heavyweight Championship. It is a newer championship that hasn't been around for so long, and now it's on me to raise it to a level where, it gets seen as the #1 championship in professional wrestling right now, and that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on every challenge at the time and give it my best to, make it the greatest prize in this sport.
Now, one of your compadres, Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium, and I'm curious because, Gunther, those are some of the best ring introductions. Hey, kudos to Samantha. She does an awesome job on Raw with the ring introductions, but having Ludwig Kaiser do your ring introductions, that is so cool. I'm just curious, your thoughts of that all coming together and also him doing that. He's also a good wrestler. I know that, but I'm just curious about the ring introductions.
I mean, Ludwig Kaiser is one of the most talented guys we have right now, the man of many talents. And yeah, he does that very good. It gets me fired up. One of the only few guys that can, get me riled up a little bit before a match. And I'm glad he goes out of his way to announce me for big moments in big situations. So thank you, Ludwig.
And we also know he's getting a nice program now too. He's been starting to work with Sheamus, who's been a multi-time decorated champion in WWE. And I'm curious, I know you're focused on yourself and what you're doing, obviously, world champ, your thing, but still, your thoughts of them going at it and Ludwig getting a spot like that.
I don't know. You tell me what you think. That's not my focus right now. Ludwig is out there doing his thing, and I'll observe from a distance because I'm very focused on what I do now.
And then lastly, champ, I'll get you out of here. I appreciate the time so much. The trench coats. It's such a cool style. And I'm curious, the idea for that, tell me if I have this right, champ. Were you involved in clothing apparel, in some type of clothing apparel? Maybe I read that wrong. I don't know, but doing some fashion, things like that, or maybe it was shirts. You could give me some insight on that. And I love the trench coats, and I'm just curious your thoughts on the trench coats.
Not at all. They're all obviously custom made to make them fit, and I had a team of creative people putting them together for me. And since the first one I had, I stuck to the same style.
Can we see these? Somewhere? And can we start purchasing the trench coats? That's what I'm wondering. Gunther, can we do this?
No, I don't think so. I know a lot of colleagues at some point auction or sell their outfits. The ring general's outfits are only for myself, and whenever I'm done, they're gonna get dusty in the closets until the end of times.
The champ is here, the champion. Thank you so much, Gunther. We're going to look forward to seeing you all. WWE Monday Night Raw, USA Network, Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Fort Lauderdale. It's going to be a great time, Monday, August 19th. It's always a good time. It's so much fun, excitement, action, adventure, storylines, everything. This man is doing his thing. He is the ring general. He is the champion. Thank you so much, champ.
Thank you.